Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now before we get to today's deck, I would like you to take a moment once again to step back and to relax your mind. Forget about everything and anything that may be troubling you. And I would like you to focus on the smoke. Smoke? Where did that come from? For now, you feel safe, being able to hide within the smoke to not be seen. But the question still remains, what caused it? Well, the smell gives it away as you look through the smoke and peer at the beyond. You see the burned, charred surroundings, the result of dragon fire. You continue on, thinking that you are safe, hidden by the smoke, but then, from out of nowhere, dragon fire striking you down, burning you down and destroying all in its path. Today we are continuing to play with dragons, but we are also walking in the light by invoking the powers of the priest. This is Dragon Priest, a deck from Esparanta. This is a deck that can both be defensive and offensive. Big dragons can go face after building a board, but dragons can also heal. Dragons can be discounted. Dragons are truly magnificent. And oh, there is Galakrond in this deck, so you have endless value. Ultimately, there is great flexibility with the deck. You can adjust your playstyle as you go, so let's have a look at the deck in action on the Wild Mode ladder, a selection of very fun games. So here we go with Galakrond. Succumb to my madness. Let the value train commence here. And we already have a good selection of dragons in hand. A good selection of spells that have some useful utility. Our opponent is going to try and kill us with skeletons. Although, with the way things are going, they're going to have a lot of work to do. I guess they will continue summoning skeletons, and then play Kel'Thuzad, resurrect skeletons, and then get value from Skeleton Death Rattle. But we have Reno Jackson in this deck. And we're yet to find him. So Reno could be our way out, if needed. Although, one thing this deck is pretty good at is building a board presence. A board presence full of dragons that can start value trading and then eventually start going face. And that is not to be underestimated. We also have Psychic Scream in hand, and that is our, I guess, our emergency tool there. Our way to completely reset the board if needed. Also, if we want to clear their board, we have Chillmore in hand, so that's another possibility. And there's always lots of choices with this deck. Different options, different avenues forward. You will often have lots of resources in hand, and thus, different choices to make. And here I'm just opting to Psychic Scream it all away. Let's not think any further, let's just reset everything. And now our opponent is going to be drawing those minions one turn after another at this really slow pace, and hopefully we've bought ourselves a bit more time. Hopefully our opponent... Oh gosh! There's KT. I was going to say, hopefully our opponent is going to take longer now to draw into those really important cards after we Psychic Screamed. But Kel'Thuzad gets played, not for a huge amount of value though. And if that was the best they could do, I think we just outlast them here. Alright. So, Chillmore's death rattle will go off. Ooh, that's very brave, committing a card to the board before you kill Chillmore.
Pick me!
Interesting. Very interesting. I assume they have read the death rattle on Chillmore. Okay, they are just, they're going all in here. They really want to kill me. Okay, that could be extra card draw for us. That could bring us closer to Reno Jackson. Now, I had played that, thinking a load of dragons would get summoned onto the board immediately. No, it's an end of turn effect, because Spirit Lash was what I was thinking, and I was thinking I could heal. No. Clearly, I was mistaken. Didn't think clearly enough. Okay, thank you for the additional cards, but we just milled the Emperor. That's actually really annoying here, considering we have a full hand. But there's the Spirit Lash. We do heal up a little bit now. And, I guess a taunt is good. And now we can just start to overwhelm them on the board, right? And why not? 0-2. In fact, I should not have played that, because now we've got fewer whelps on the board. But then I got it out of hand, right? It was taking up hand space. So yeah, I don't know if it was correct to keep it or correct to play it, even though it's going to do nothing. Oh, it's just dead. Fair enough. Alright, I'm still feeling pretty confident about this. Oh, and armor here is really, really good for us. Okay, sure. Do we just play it? Yeah, it's a 5/5. 5 costs 5/5. Why not? And we are continuing to generate value here into our hand. And value being generated on the board with the whelps. And looking at our opponent's resources, 3 cards in hand, 2 on board. One of those cards generates value for me. I would say that this game is very close to being over. Interesting that we have not found Reno Jackson yet. But we've not needed him. Despite the skeletons being played, we are still very much alive.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
Okay, building a board of their own. But my board's more impressive. Ooh, hello, Duskbreaker. Duskbreaker is very interesting here. How many of you remember this card from back in the day? And it was considered exceptional against aggro back in the day. I guess we don't want Arcane Intellect. That's card draw. May as well take Bran. That could offer us value with Kazakus. But we are running into this scenario of getting a full hand. So we just need to play some stuff. Why not? So this ensures that we don't overdraw. And if they start killing stuff, we will start getting cards back into deck. Interesting. It's giving me armor. Fair enough. So a couple more skeletons. I don't feel they're going to be doing much. We have grinded our opponent down to this point in the game. So, not even counting here, how much is this? Oh, it's precise lethal. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Who needs Reno Jackson? When you've just got boards of dragons that can go face. Alright, next game I think will be a little bit more challenging. This is a rogue. Really good to see a 1-drop in hand though. Really, really good. I think that is going to start us off nicely here.
I see you've brought guests.
Alright. Here we go. We're going to invoke now, and let's hope for something good.
Be born again.
So Murasond is okay. I mean, it's interesting. It could be very fun if we ever get a chance to play it, or time to play it. I feel like our opponent is going to be going quite fast here. Oh, goodness. Edwin! Ha! Huh. That's an 8/8 that I can't deal with. Well, I can deal with it on turn 5. Do we have to play Seance here to see if we can start finding answers by replaying that again the following turn just to try and answer Edwin? I mean, we'll be fine on turn 4, right? Because we have the coin, so we can kill Edwin on turn 4. So for now, let's invoke. See if we can get an answer. That's a possible answer. But for turn 5. So Time Rip is what I was thinking of coining out on 5. Let's see how we go. I have a feeling that once the Edwin is gone, we should be pretty safe. But that 8 to the face really, really hurts. Alright, let's say goodbye. Goodbye, Edwin. Alright. Now, in terms of dealing with the incoming aggression, we have a couple of options in hand. We have the Duskbreaker. We have the Infiltrator, which is a nice taunt, and it will kill something on Death Rattle. We have Psychic Scream, of course. And we have Breath of the Infinite. So I'm feeling really confident here. And just going to show that this deck is pretty good, actually. I was expecting to be underwhelmed by the dragons, right? These are dragons. Some of these are dragons that were played years ago in Hearthstone. Like Duskbreaker. But I'm feeling pretty confident. There's Reno. And I think that pretty much secures our victory, having him available. Thinking about whether I coin out the cathedral, what does that do? That does nothing. So healing our face is much, much better. Wow, that was an incredibly slow turn for the opponent. Incredibly slow. And bit of healing to my face. Not that it's going to really matter because we have Reno, but sure, why not? And I'm looking at how my opponent is playing and I'm thinking, am I going to die to some kind of weird combo? Are we building up to something like that? Because otherwise, how else do they win? Oh, that's how they win. Giants. Huh. Okay, well that changes a few things. What answers do I have to a giant? I mean, Psychic Scream has to be it. And now they are down to top decking. And I have all of these wonderful resources in hand. Yeah, I'm not scared of a thirsty bat. And the question is, when do we want to reveal Reno Jackson? So I think the moment we reveal him, we're probably going to concede, right?
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Alright, Renathal, do your thing, just sit on the board, and get me value trades. Because he's good for nothing else in this deck. Well, he gets me 40 health and 40 cards, but still. On the board, good for very little, apart from value trades, and maybe going face occasionally. And our opponent tanks it and kills it. Excellent. Renathal served a good purpose in the end. But now we look at our hand and we look at cards with useful utility here. With useful battle cries. Question is, what do we want to do? What do we want to play? So many options. Dragon Queen Alexstrasza could just be really fun. Right. What do we get? Oh, we get another Duskbreaker. Alright, happy days. I guess we don't play that. Even though it costs 0. So, we've overwhelmed the opponent here. Nice 1-1. Is that their way of saying they give up? They concede? Are they done? I think they're done. And once again, who needs Reno Jackson? Just 40 health through Renathal and a board of dragons is all you need. Come on. Play something or concede. Don't be bitter, you've lost to dragons. There is no shame in losing to dragons. Dragons are awesome. And I guess we do have the element of surprise with this deck. Who on the ladder, even though this is a very low rank on the ladder, who at any rank on the ladder expects Reno Dragon Priest? Because not only do you have the dragons and the board presence and the tempo that dragons can give you, you have that healing from Reno. Alright. You just load up the board and chill, I guess. We find another nice dragon to add to our collection. Oh, another Duskbreaker, but Chillmore's just a little bit more interesting. Now, if I'd got 3 Duskbreakers to hand, would I have got a triple? And just thinking of Battlegrounds. I wonder if Hearthstone with ranked play or ladder play I wonder if it could introduce the concept of triples, right? So if you get 3 copies of a card into your hand, something interesting happens, like in Battlegrounds. I wonder if that could just be a thing here. Could it add another dynamic to the playstyle? So maybe all Duskbreaker that you get, if it's a triple, maybe it does, I don't know, 6 damage AoE instead, and has better stats. So kind of borrowing from Battlegrounds in terms of the concept. Our opponent really has rage quit, haven't they? Turned off the game, uninstalled the game, raging that they have lost a Dragon Priest of all things. There are worse things to lose to in this world, surely. Big Priest, for instance. That's got me thinking, Big Dragon Priest. Could that just be a thing? Resurrecting dragons. Are there any dragons that you'd want to summon onto the board early through Shadow Essence? Or any dragons that you just want to start resurrecting? Any dragons with useful utility? Alright, and there we go. Okay, heading into the next game here. Now, we have got Frizz in hand. That's going to be really fun, I think. It's going to make our mid to late game a lot more interesting, to say the least. But we have to get there. We have to survive till our mid to late game. And if we're facing a Shaman on the ladder, I'm thinking it's an even Shaman, right? Who plays Shadowwalk Shaman anymore? Which is a shame. And you see it occasionally. But even Shaman seems to think, and it's not even Shaman. And they've played Ranathal. So now I'm thinking it is Shadowwalk Shaman for sure. It has to be. And that's scary, actually, for me, because obviously they build up to a Shadowwalk combo. Can we kill them in time, basically, is what we have to think about. Can we kill them before they get to the Shadowwalk? And what disruption tools do they have which could make my life difficult? I should know this. I, after all, have played a ton of Shadowwalk Shaman. It is my favourite thing to play. Maybe our opponent has gone to sleep. Yep, our opponent has gone to sleep.
I am impressed.
Come on, please do something. Thank you.
My thanks.
So definitely Shadowwalk Shaman. Now that may seem like a bit of a waste playing a Duskbreaker there, but it gives me the board. Removes a minion. I have a 3/3 now that I can do something with next turn. Either trade or go face. Okay, so I'll get a trade into the bird. You know, dragons versus birds. It's never going to end well for the bird. I mean, the bird's just going to get eaten or roasted. But we have Frizz in play. So let's see if this value can help us. Oh, goodness. What is this? Really? They saw me play a Duskbreaker to kill 1 minion, so they're saying, no, I can one-up you on that. I can play Flurgle Topspin to kill 1 minion. Oh, I love it. And, you know, doing what I just did there on the Flurgle I think was worthwhile. Removing it, expending so much to remove it, I think was fine. This is a very handy pickup. Because we can heal and play the 1-drop and get the value from it. Raise Dead. Renew. I think Raise Dead is fine. I guess we could try and get our Duskbreaker back from Raised Dead. And this could help clear a board full of Murlocs. I mean, they are full-on Murlocs, aren't they? And I think what's going to concern me as the game goes on is Mutanus, right? I do wonder if there's anything we can do to minimise their Mutanus value. Maybe try and ensure they get a bad minion. But right now I'm not in any particular kind of rush. I want to see what kind of trading they do here to kill my 6/5. And whilst I'm not in a rush now, I will have to start rushing because I cannot keep up this slow pace on my end as they work towards the Shadowwalk. Oh dear. I think I know what's coming. 5 cost Mutanus. Yes indeed, they're going to eat 2 minions, that's painful. And that's my card draw gone. Alright.
I need more men.
So Psychic Scream there. I think it was well, was it okay? I've just given them back Mutanus. Did I really want to do that? Should I have thought about that a little bit more? Shadowed Ruin is in hand. I could have killed it through that. Ooh, Secret Agent. Sleepbreaker or Wind Chill. Sleepbreaker gives me a Wind Chill, but I've got to pay 2 mana to play and then get the Wind Chill. So just taking the Wind Chill alone seems fine. 10 cost, why not? 3 demons does sound really fun, but I'm gonna value some damage here. I mean, I'm nowhere near close to killing them, of course, but 3 demons could just clog up my hand, and 3 demons could be terrible, right? Potentially. We could just get bad demons, we get very unlucky. So we've got some reasonable utility in hand. But I just wonder if we're going to end up being a passive spectator as this game progresses, just watching our opponent play their battlecry cards, watching our opponent build up to the Shadowwalk. And I bet they've just got Mutanus, right? The one that I gave back to them.
Double the power, double the storm.
Okay, Galakrond, Corruption. So they are going to build up to a Shadowwalk play with Galakrond and resurrecting Rush, the large 8/8 Rush minions. It does look like a pretty awesome deck though that they're playing. I think I want to play it. I guess just put stuff on the board? It's interesting that this deck runs Raza, but there's no Shadow Reaper Anduin. I mean, you don't win through Shadow Reaper Anduin with this deck, right? It's not your typical Reno Priest. However, Shadow Reaper Anduin could just be a board clear with the hero power, depending on what your opponent is playing. So I do wonder if it is worth playing Anduin in this deck. But then would you want to? Because your aim is to play Galakrond. And to maintain the Galakrond hero power, which offers you that infinite value over time. Alright. They respect some of my minions enough to trade. That's interesting. So we will do our own trading and clearing of the board. Now we're nearly back to full health. But not that it matters when you're facing a Shadowwalk opponent, of course. Because once they start going off with the Shadowwalk, returning it back to hand, playing it again and again and again, it doesn't matter how much health you have. You're just going to be outvalued over time. One card that does interest me in my hand is the Barista. So I want to see if I can get some good Barista value at some point. But if not, I may just need to play it to get something on the board. So they continue invoking Galakrond. Will we get some nice value from this dragon, though? This death rattle? Ooh, Scargill. Oh no, Theatar. Okay, this is what I was concerned about when I talked about disruption earlier on. How can my opponent disrupt me? They've just stolen my Kazakus potion. That's so mean. Oh, but we got Malagos. That's a really great pickup. For two reasons. Reason number one, we get Flame Strike. Reason number two, if it lives, we can play Barista and get it back to hand. In fact, we just do that now. I'd forgotten about the coin. Play the coin, get it back to hand. Happy, happy days.
A new recipe.
And why not? Spirit of the Dead, sure. Let's get some good cards back to hand. Back to deck. Because now they need to think about whether they want to kill my board or go face. If they kill my board, I get copies of minions to deck. Alright. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely scared of that 8/8. I'm confident in my ability to generate board pressure here or deal with single targets through Malagos. I am more scared of the Shadowwalk. That is what's going to scare me eventually. Alright. Heal the Barista. Because we can play Barista to get Barista back to hand. So let's keep that Barista healthy. Another bird. Oh, they've got their own back to hand shenanigans. A discount on this hand seems reasonable. However, Flame Strike is just clean. And sure, Renethal can just sit there on the board and supervise. Oh, there's that Mutanus that I was very generous with giving him. Oh, and the bird. So their bird... Oh, it kills my Barista. That's so mean. That's so mean. Well, goodbye to their board. And I don't know what to buff here. I don't think it even matters. So take a look at this scenario. We're nearly back to full health. We have a big board here. We're just going face and beating them up. The only thing that, as I say, scares me is the potential of a Shadowwalk play, which allows them to maybe regain control of the board again, but they are still a little distance away from that. This Galakrond with 4/4s doesn't seem scary at all. They have to trade. And even then, we've still got a substantial board. How much damage is this? So 8, 9, 10. 10 on board. Devour Mind just looks really fun here. But let's see. Let's see if we can get a good dragon first. Ooh, Alexstrasza. That's a good dragon. So I'm curious to see what we get from Devour Mind. I think a discount first is fine. And let's see what we get. Oh goodness, we get the Shadowwalk. And we have been playing Battlecry cards in this deck. Okay, so. Telepathically sending a message to my opponent. Please don't concede. Please hang on. Find a way to clear my board. Oh, that's good. That's a taunt. That means you survive. That does nothing, but you've got a taunt. And you can clear something. So I guess on board, they are technically still alive? No, don't give up. I want to play the Shadowwalk. I want to be a Shadowwalk priest. It was my dream in life, to be a Shadowwalk priest. And I was denied. The one rare moment I could pull it off, I was denied. Alright, next game is a Shaman. Now, the last Shaman was a Shadowwalk Shaman. Let's see what this one is. If it's even Shaman with totems, then Duskbreaker seems reasonable to keep. Alright, so Duskbreaker to kill a board full of totems, Zola to bring it back to hand. Oh, Renathal. Okay. Oh, okay, they're still totem focused. Huh, they really want to buff that up. Mass Hysteria, absolutely. Now, looking at our hand, Mass Hysteria, Duskbreaker, Zola on the Duskbreaker, we have tools to deal with the board, although the problem is if they start buffing things up, buffing totems up, then they go out of range of the Duskbreaker. That is problematic. And I don't know what to pick here. Whispers of the Deep is some kind of damage. So I think it is I think it is fine. I think it's fine to pick. Right, so the totem focus continues. It's just I was a bit surprised. They're not an even deck. I was expecting them to be an even Shaman, but fair enough. I mean, Duskbreaker only kills one totem here. So it may as well just kill the totem that's causing us all of the problems, right? Or one of the totems that's causing us problems. Oh! Renathal! Just taking up a bit of board space there. I consider that a good thing. Renathal taking up board space, as Renathal is not a totem. So they can't buff Renathal easily, like they can buff their totems. Another mass hysteria. That's interesting. So I'm building up a hand of resources, a hand of board clears. The question is, when do we start going off with them? How long do we need to wait? Do I want to wait until they play more buffs on these totems, let's say increasing their attack power? I think that would make Mass Hysteria a bit more effective. Trading, respecting the dragon, respecting the spell power on Azurdrake. Oh, okay, no. Maybe there wasn't any respect. They just want a big border totems. Ouch! That was 8 to the face. That really, really hurt. Well, that's a really timely pickup. That deals with the 8 attack totem. Mass Hysteria here, I don't know. Don't know if that's really doing enough. Duskbreaker clears 3 totems, but those totems have no attack power, so it's not great. Now, what is interesting about this board is most of these totems don't have any attack power on them, so if they're just going to be summoning 0 attack totems onto the board each turn, I'm fine with that. Look, if the only thing that can attack is that 2 attack totem, so be it. And the weapon's all used up now. So I'm only going to be taking 2 damage per turn. That is absolutely fine. However, do I want to Psychic Scream this? I think I do, because they're now going to be drawing into those totems one by one. And I think that's going to slow down their progression a little bit. Meanwhile, in my hand, I'm still holding on to this Duskbreaker. Hopefully if they start summoning normal totems now, the Duskbreaker is going to be effective. But I've also got Bran and Duskbreaker, and that is 6 damage AoE. Raza is just a body here. Bone Drake potentially gives me something useful back to hand that I can play with and utilise, maybe. No, they're just loading up here. This is fine. This is a board I can deal with quite happily. Oh wait, I don't have a dragon. Oh no, I don't have a dragon. I'd completely missed this. Well, that's really awkward. Can't easily kill that off, right? To get a dragon back to hand. Alright, Raza, just a body, gonna have to do on this board for the time being. Oh, there's a dragon. Okay. And we may as well play Whispers of the Deep here, see if we can kill some stuff off. I'm just worried about leaving all this up and dying from it. Yeah, they buff it up, go face, kill me, I don't know. Bit worried here. They're at 40 health. My health total is in a bit of trouble. Oh my goodness, are we dead? Not like this. Actually, it's pretty cool. Wind Fury Dragon. I mean, that's awesome, right? Okay, they want to protect their Wind Fury Dragon, I guess. If they roll a Taunt Totem, that would be pretty good for them. Oh, of course. Oh, wow. And the Devolve. That's a little bit of overkill there, but I understand the reasoning. Okay, here we go. Finally. Okay, I want to make sure I've got board clear options for these upcoming turns. And double Duskbreaker in hand. I think it should be pretty good for us with Brad on board as well. Oh no! Nathria thankfully does not kill us. Okay. But how do we get around this? This is problematic. Can we find an answer in the deck? No, we can't. Well, actually, we can. The Hermit will let us play a Taunt Totem. Although here, I'm going to opt for something a bit more substantial. A 9 health taunt. I think is better than a 2 health taunt. I'm just concerned if they have a way to get through 2 health easily, then Nathria will just go face. Maybe Nathria has to trade here with the 9 health dragon. But we are under a lot of pressure here. We're on the back foot. Oh goodness, we really are on the back foot. That's a 5/5 that's going to summon totems onto the board, which continues to give them board presence. Alright, it's a 7/9 now, why not? They already know I have 2 Duskbreakers in hand, but they don't know what my other resources are. And the question here is, do I trade first before I Hysteria? If I weaken the 9 health minion, does that do anything at all? Does that ensure any kind of success? I don't know. Okay, I think we're going to not be okay because it lives. Oh, dear Lord. So, Taunt Totem, thank you very much. Seance, play it again, get another Taunt Totem. And we just have to pray now. We have to pray that 2 Taunt Totems are going to be enough. It's such a shame. I have these Duskbreakers in hand and they cannot save me from this 7/9 because it was buffed up. And next turn, their 2 1/1s kill my Taunt Totem, and I'm in trouble, so... Mass Hysteria, I just don't think it does enough here. So I think that, we just have to play this taunt. Pretend that we're a big priest. And see what this can get from our deck. Right, whatever. 5/5, it's a body. It'll do some trading for us, maybe. Oh, are you kidding me? Wait, they run Hex naturally in their deck? That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh no, are we going to be taking... Yeah, we're going to be taking 7 to the face, aren't we? Ouch! That really hurt. Oh, they're thinking about trading here. Yeah. And they're just going to make sure that their 7-9 is going to continue smashing my face. Oh, hello. You're a little bit late to the party. So, I could play a Duskbreaker, clear off 3 of their minions from the board, but I'm going to raise dead first. And healing there was important. Right? Otherwise I would have died, I think. Okay, so we clear off some stuff, and now we heal. Yeah, well played. I think this is game over now. This is the power of Reno Jackson. Just the ability to heal back to full health. And we are simply now going to ride out the rest of this game as best as we can. Sindragosa. And now I'm just having fun. I don't even care if that was the incorrect play, you know, if I should have played Alexstrasza instead, for instance. No, Sindragosa. I love Sindragosa, and anytime I get any kind of value from her, so be it. Because now what we can do is we can play a Duskbreaker. And we kill off the 0-1s, and we get some legendaries to hand. Ooh, Prophet Velen. And if you are the shaman here, you can see the game slipping away. Now I think the correct play there was to go face. But I am trying to prolong this game now for a little bit longer. Because why not? This is now where it becomes fun. We are in control, we have a good health total, they are top decking every turn. We have resources in hand. We still have stuff to come, and yeah, there we go. Right, continuing to traverse the diamond rank. Let's look at another game, our final game.
I will light the way.
Now I don't like any of this against a rogue. I have a feeling we're going to be dealing with aggression, so I'd like some cards that can help me fend off aggression. Mass Hysteria, maybe. Maybe.
I see you've brought guests.
Alright, let's see what we're up against here. Door of Shadows. Okay. There's Reno, so assuming we're going up against an aggressive opponent, Reno's our answer, right? Heal to 40, make a comeback, like we did in the previous game. And in the meantime, keep control of the board with our board clears, our hysterias, and our psychic screams. That's just a 2-3 body, we get no value from it, but that's fine. If our opponent is aggressive, then I want to be making trades. Shroud of Concealment. So I don't know what's going on here, but okay, Shroud of Concealment. What does that mean? I don't play enough of the Wild Ladder at the moment to really know what's going on with decks. I spend most of my time playing Battlegrounds at the moment. But playing the Wild Ladder occasionally with an off-meta deck, it is pretty fun. And again, no value there from that card, from that dragon, but it's a 3/6 body. And I say, once again, assuming that my opponent is aggressive, in terms of putting out board pressure of, you know, low attack, low health, aggressive minions, I can start making those trades, but based on what we've been seeing, I think we're going up against something quite different. I assume there's some kind of combo at play here, and I think I'm just going to die horribly. So the question is, do we just concede now and move on to the next game? Or can we build up a board of dragons and pressure them and kill them? We were able to do that against the Shadowwalk Shaman player from earlier on, before they got to the Shadowwalk. We were able to just kill them with a nice board. Question is, can we do that again here? I don't like where this is going. I mean, that is a hand full of resources, full of stuff. And the best I can do is just draw a card, but I mean, that's reasonable, but still quite slow when you consider everything that my opponent has available. Here we go, Spirit of the Shark. Your next combo card this turn costs 2 less. Are we dead? Is this a turn we just die? What is the combo? What kills us here? So, scabs? So this is all about discounting cards, returning things to hand, and then doing another discount? I'm intrigued and confused.
Come, friend. Let's see what you've got.
So he's going to play it again. We're still alive and the rope is burning, so whatever combo this is, we're not dead. Or are we dead next turn? Is that the whole point of this? They do a setup, and the shark has stealth, so they go off next turn and kill us? Is that the combo?
It is destiny.
Well, then we can't let that happen now, can we? Okay, sure, that was interesting. Can anyone watching this tell me what the combo is that was going to kill me? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Esparanta's Reno Dragon Priest. What a beautiful deck. Duskbreaker was one of my key MVP cards in this video today, and I feel so happy being able to play it again. It brings back such happy memories of playing Dragon Priest from back in the day. And with Reno Jackson in this deck, you know, you've seen a couple of times in this video that Reno was our reset tool, so even if we were being pressured by our opponent, and you know, we're playing some dragons but they weren't quite working out, Reno was in our reset tool, allowing us to make the comeback and then to start playing perhaps some of our higher value dragons on the board to then maintain a board presence and to win. So overall, really fun deck. It is off meta, so please understand that against some of the tier 1 powerhouses from your meta snapshots, you're possibly just going to get overrun and overwhelmed. But having said that, if you're looking for a fun deck that I've been playing into diamond rank, you know, low diamond rank, then this could be a good deck for you. But once again, please remember, it is very much off meta, and please do not spend the 16,880 dust needed to craft all of the cards. You craft the deck and then you tell me, oh, I've lost 5 in a row. I think I got quite lucky with some of my opponents. One deck that I have not faced yet is Big Priest, and I do wonder with this deck, how would I fare against Big Priest? We have some tools in this deck that could give Big Priest a run for its money. Psychic Scream in terms of just negating their value, but then you are shuffling potentially a board full of big threats back into their deck, so they just start drawing them again and playing them out. So I don't know if Psychic Scream would be good against Neptulon, for instance. But then maybe cards like Mass Hysteria would be helpful, and we also have Zephyrus that could perhaps give us something like Hex, so we get a frog on the board, we kill the frog, they start resurrecting frogs. Maybe we would need to modify this deck somewhat to face Big Priest, just to make it a bit more attuned to their threats and their playstyle. So thank you very much everyone for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. Such a fun deck to play, bringing back such wonderful memories. I will see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun, but until next time, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.